Welcome to No Edits, No Filter, episode 20.
Episode 20.
20. That's pretty cool.
Wait, what? I've been on 2 landmark episodes?
Landmark episodes. I like the fact that it's even that. Carson, what were you saying before we came off break?
Matt came out of his room one night. I don't know if he was asleep or if he was awake. He kind of has a temper sometimes. He'll start throwing words out. And I go out and said, Matt, what's wrong? And he could have sworn he saw a rodent fly.
Rodent?
Yeah, and flying somewhere in his room. I'm like, what's going on?
They're going to rename it. It's not going to be the Lipscomb Bisons anymore. It's going to be the Lipscomb Flying Rodents.
I love it.
I love it.
And the scary part, I don't even know I'm doing it.
Should you want us to set up a camera so
yes.
you can witness it?
Please videotape.
Amen.
Okay.
You're not supposed to wake somebody up that sleepwalks, so.
That's true. That is true. But why though?
Well, because I don't know why. Why do you think? Dieter, do you know why?
I don't know.
They said it in Step Brothers. You're not supposed to do it, right? That's where I'm getting my info from. A little film.
And they make that mess in the kitchen.
Oh, that's the best. I love that.
It's a great movie.
That is so funny. Well, guys, everybody doing all right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Leo, I'm sorry you're sleepy this week. Sit up, and if we can get at it, we'll make this as to the point as can be. We're gonna go around the room, say your name real quick, and where you're from, tell everybody hello. And I've got something kind of interesting and exciting to talk about today. So, start us off, big guy.
I'm Carson. I'm from the Bellevue area.
I'm Brad from Thompson Station.
This joke has been made before. Riley from Raleigh.
Riley from Raleigh. Very nice.
I'm Matt, and I'm from Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Cool.
I'm Leo.
Where are you from, Leo?
You know where I'm from.
But everyone watching the episode
Where are you
does.
from?
Or
You
Illinois.
already know
Okay.
where I'm from.
Do you want me to tell everybody where you're from? You live in Bellevue.
You do?
You have a new place in Bellevue.
Yes.
He moved to Bellevue?
He has a new crib.
Really?
Man. We're going to talk a little bit about it. John?
I'm John. I'm from Florida. I moved up here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Recently, not too long ago?
Yeah. No, back in 1990.
1990, that's right. Good. All right. Bringing up, well, almost through.
Nathaniel Franklin from Taiwan.
He's from Taiwan.
Nathaniel Franklin from Taiwan. He officially gets the furthest away award for being the furthest away. I'm Tom from Nashville. Real
Hi,
boy.
Tom.
Hi. I'm on the avenue.
I had to. It's
Guys,
it's
it's really
so
fun.
funny.
We get to do this every Friday.
Yeah.
Dieter, tell us where you're from, who you are, and where you're from.
I'm international and I'm Dieter.
And he's also an assassin.
He is and he, it's like Dieter Sprockets. Everybody that's on.
Even we don't have no work, we still come.
And if you owe him money, he will hold that against you.
That's right. And Dieter does this every week for us. Just comes over here and
Yeah.
films this for everybody.
A couple months ago, he took me. It was me and Matt didn't go. Me and Brad and John and
Wait, which John?
John Aldridge.
John.
Yeah.
And a friend of Dieter's went to see a movie, and we're on this group text. And I remember every movie we go see, we change the title of the group text. And he texts on there once. And he said, "I'm Dieter, and I like to party." And John's like, "I would make a great dating app profile intro." I'm Dieter, and I like to
Such
party.
a John Aldridge comment.
It
bro.
is. It was John.
Guys, just the fact that y'all are talking about this and have all met and are talking about having fun and getting a text and going and doing stuff. I've known you a long time now. I've known a lot of you guys a long time. You weren't doing that. Now you're doing it. And kudos to all of you for the what you're doing and interacting and creating community. And it's really fun, man. It's really fun as heck to watch and an inspiration to me. It really is every day. And Dieter's become a good friend of this place over here, and thanks the world of you guys. So we're glad to have him be a part of this. I want to talk today about something that's kind of going on right now in this field.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. I want to talk about independent living. And the reason I want to talk about independent living is I think it's something we all want, need, whether we're doing it or not, myself included. And I remember the first time I went away from home and was on my own. It's hard. It's not easy. It can be lonely. It can be scary. It can be all those things. Having to fix things. I know you guys, some of you guys lived together and had a big storm and had to hunker down and endure a bunch of water. And then those that aren't living independently, I want to talk about how we can get you there and what it is that might be something that could be an impetus for that. and maybe what it is you want or don't want. Maybe you don't want to live independently. Maybe it's more comfortable to live in a place. Leo's just gotten a new place to live, right?
Right.
You have a roommate?
Yes.
Cool. How's it going?
It's going just fine.
Where do you live? Out in Bellevue?
Yes.
Do you have an apartment?
It's a place in a duplex.
Oh, very good. Do you cut the grass?
No.
No. Okay. So I want to talk about that.
Derailment a little bit. I actually love cutting the grass.
So you're a grass cutter?
Yes.
Did you cut it growing up at home and stuff?
I actually cut it at the
Amen,
beach.
Riley.
That's it.
Amen.
So let's talk
Cutting
about
grass is
Nate,
part of being
you,
a man.
You live with your mom right now, is
You
that
cut
right?
it at
You're in
home?
Nashville, but you guys just moved here, right? That's recently. Are you looking to get out on your own and live on your own, or if you were able to work it out financially and all those things? Is that something you're desirous to do?
Not currently, at least.
Not currently. Okay. You like your arrangement, taking care of mom, doing all that. That's important to you. Is that right?
Partially. It's also just cheaper to live with other people too.
Cheaper to live with other folks too. So from finances, that's a good thing to live at home. My daughter came back from college and paid all her college loans off by living off of her mom. She moved in with her mom. It was great. Lived there for about 3 years.
You always
And
try
then
to
married.
something you can't pay for. You always try somehow to make mom and dad pay for it.
That's right. And so it's a hard thing though to get off the mom and dad train a little bit. It really is. And my mother had to pass away, and she didn't pass away till '02. So that's been 17 years, and that would have made me 41 years old when she died, and I still relied on my mom every day for some reason. I'd lived on my own, I'd been married and all that, but I relied on her. The parents are important. And now I don't have a parent. I don't have a living parent anymore. So I got to stand on my own 2 feet, and I got to do my own stuff, and it's scary as hell. I'll just say it. It is. It's tough. It's hard. It's scary. So let's talk about it. Talk about the good things about living independently, and maybe some of the things that are tough and scary that might help somebody either find that path to living alone or understand what it's like a little more.
Let's let Riley start because
Yeah.
I feel like
Thanks.
So you're moving back from Raleigh to Nashville after you graduate from
Yes.
Lipscomb. Tell us about that.
I mean, kind of like Nate, I'm trying to live with my parents until my situation comes to fruition.
Talk about a situation coming to fruition. Is it money? Is it independence? Is it confidence? What is it that makes that come to fruition?
I would honestly say a good mix of all three.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
No, I'd actually like to point this question to Leo as well.
So Leo, can you tell us about how before you moved to where you are, where you lived?
No.
You can't tell us that?
Can't.
No? Are you getting tired on us?
Yes.
Okay. You want to answer the question, or do you want us to move on?
Let's move on.
Okay.
I can answer the question.
Go, Matt. You lived with your mom and dad up in Hendersonville for a while, right?
Yeah, and the grind to get here. The grind, man. The
So you-
frickin' grind, man.
So you
Like,
you moved closer.
Well, I rode in an access ride bus to get here. And I'm not it is what it is, they don't have time travel or teleportation to get where you need to go. But anyways, sometimes I came here late because, the bus had to drop off some more people
Yeah. And they were late picking you up sometimes.
yeah, and
So
God.
how has your life changed since you live closer and have an unbelievable driver that brings you to work? Not everybody has a driver
Yeah.
that brings you to work every day. I'm teasing.
Brad's
You ride
our
with Brad,
chauffeur.
right?
Yeah, and I pay them.
Do
I
you?
pay them every month.
Do you really?
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at Brad smiling over there. Yeah, Brad's got an Uber to work gig going on over there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool deal. Wait a minute, that's cool though. I like this. So it serves everybody.
Yep.
Little entrepreneurial thing here. You got a ride. Don't have to sit in an
The
access.
power of money will amaze you.
Well, no, it does. I can
Matt,
assure you that.
Matt, it kind of goes back to when you moved in with us. It kind of goes back to Jason moving out for the start of you to be living on your own. Because
Well,
one
that's a
for
good way to
him,
look
you
at it.
wouldn't have moved in with us.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We were looking for a person to take his place, and you were interested in it. I don't think anyone else was. except for you.
So talk about that. You guys all knew each other from Ideal, right?
Yes.
From
Yeah.
from
I knew Matt, I knew Trey a little more, but I knew Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so that because you were out in a pool of people, you got to network and meet some
Yeah.
guys and find a place. That's kind of how it works. How did you meet your new roommate, Leo? Do you know?
Well, I first went to see the place before moving in.
That's the ghosts of the warehouse kicking in.
We haven't heard that in forever.
No, if you're gonna feel good in a minute,
It's a good thing it's not gay.
I was gonna say, excuse me, I feel a little bit.
And say sorry, that
That's
was
awesome,
me.
John.
I had Taco Bell. That's what happened.
Dude, I know. You should've- oh, excuse me, I feel better though.
Stand by for technical
Stand by for a technical-
difficulty.
No edits, no filter. We're gonna go ahead, gas and all. Keep going. So, see, keep talking about this. So he wouldn't have moved in. You guys wouldn't have all found each other.
If it weren't for Ideal,
Now, how did you find your roommate? You went and saw the place, Leo.
Yes.
And did you meet him there?
Yes.
Did you like him?
Yes.
Cool. Anything you want to share about moving in with somebody? Was it scary?
Well, the only scary part is he says he has diabetes.
Are you worried about him?
A little.
Yeah.
I mean, he's barely driven a car in the longest time.
He hasn't driven the car in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't in the longest time. He's barely done it all. He won't do it because he won't do it for fear of going into diabetic shock.
Oh wow, wow, serious stuff. So let's talk about that a little bit.
I can't help but notice you got a little duck on your shirt.
I do.
I think that's so cool.
This is an old brand, Duckhead.
Duckhead.
Duckhead. So I think moving in with somebody is tough. You three live together.
Yeah.
There's times you want to high five each other, and there's times you want to punch each other in the mouth.
I brought this up
that right?
to my dad and to my grandparents a couple days ago. Like, there's stuff that's happened at the duplex where like we kind of learned our lessons from them. Like for example, our air wasn't working the other day, and we had to call our landlord, and she came over and fixed it, and it's just because we didn't change the filter, and like no one told us
Yeah.
we had to do that. So that's a lesson learned, and like the tree falling on the house.
Yeah.
We had no control over that, but we knew what to do in the future if that happened.
Yeah.
And it's unlikely something like that would have happened.
It's
I mean,
so much bigger.
It
Our
could
place
have
is
been.
so much bigger.
and
We actually
could
have a
have.
laundry room.
It could have.
Just can't get over the fact.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, y'all could have been in that room and
Yeah.
Could have popped through the
Every
roof.
time it rains real hard, I always fear that we have a little place we have like a little stream on the side of.
Ditch, yeah.
And every time it rains real hard, I fear that it's going to flood.
Yeah.
The street, since we have lived there, has flooded before, but our yard has not.
So
But the
being-
water has gotten high before.
So was it good to have roommates on the night of the storm? So you
Yeah.
had somebody to be with.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It was kind of hard because someone kept freaking out thinking the house got struck by lightning when it didn't.
Well, I've never.
Been through a storm
Well,
like that, right?
he's right, but in my point of view, okay, what was that?
He just looks around. That's it. He's just looking around.
Well, anyways, my point of view is I've never experienced a tree falling on the roof. Like, I've been in bad storms. A tree fell on my sister's car. By the way, my sister's in New York right now. So, but anyways, I've never experienced
Yeah.
actually falling on a roof.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen to my sister's car.
Usually when something like that happens, we're lucky the tree wasn't that big, but
That's why I was freaked out.
Yeah,
Because-
but you could
talk
have.
about why it's okay to live alone now, guys. I mean, you were probably scared of stuff. You've been through some things. You get
I'm
through it
actually
together.
not scared to live by myself anymore. I keep a few lights on now.
Feeling good. Okay.
Yeah, and every time they would go home for the weekend, I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can I come Come
Stay in
stay at
Bellevue.
yeah.
But now you could stay.
Yeah, I keep a few lights on. I've never been by myself during a storm. Like during the day,
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. I've done that for years. At night is when I get a little upset. It hadn't stormed since I've been by myself yet.
Well, guess what? I went home the other night. There was a storm. My wife, child, dog were all piled up in bed. Dog kind of whimpering.
Yeah.
My son was crying, and my wife was comforting.
That was a weird
People
storm.
People get scared in storms.
Yeah.
That's not something that's unique to folks with disabilities
Yeah.
at all. So I think there's a part about being independent living that I don't even want to talk about having an ability or a disability. It's just independent living. It's hard. It's difficult to pay the bills and know that the
Yeah.
filters need changing and understand that things settle and you got to
Yeah.
fix the hot water heater and all the stuff that goes with being a tenant or a homeowner.
I can
That
say,
storm had quite
I
the
didn't
lights
think I would,
show.
but a couple days ago, I will be responsible at our new place. I'm sorry, this is something I kind of am proud of
Cool.
because
Share.
I'm actually in charge of the power for our new duplex that we're going to move in,
Yeah.
and it's in my name. So I'm just kind of proud that I'm actually paying something.
You
I'm
actually
doing my
have-
part as an American.
How cool is that? So you have a utility in your name.
God darn it!
That's awesome.
Matt.
Hey,
America!
John Drowdy,
Huh?
have you ever lived by yourself? Always lived with your
I'm
mom
sorry.
and dad?
Yeah.
I just.
Do you ever see
happy
yourself
about
living
that.
by yourself? No?
No.
No?
Yeah. I can learn to take transportation, so my dad don't have to drive me to work all the time.
So what would be a good mode of transportation for you?
Collects ride and all that.
Call access ride?
Yeah.
So
Mom
you-
was gonna give me a phone for my birthday, so
So you-
I call Access Ride just in case I need a ride and all of that.
Would that make you feel more independent?
Yeah.
It would, wouldn't it?
I'll be 50 this year.
50 this year?
What?
Yeah. September 9th.
September 9th, you're going to be 50. We're going to have to have a birthday party. That's a big
We're
deal.
gonna
Yeah,
have
so-
to treat you nice.
Let's hope to work that day. So
Why don't we just
We'll
get
make
them
sure
a
you're
big
working
prime
that
rib
day.
Yeah.
steak or
Because
something?
we got to have a party for that.
yeah.
50
Tom.
years old, dude. I had no idea.
Why don't we
Dang.
get
I'm
them like
old.
a prime rib steak?
I know you're older than I am.
But you're the oldest guy here, right?
Yeah.
Other than me.
Yeah.
So you're glad I'm here because I'll make you not the oldest guy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
They'll
Yeah,
be
I'm
my,
pretty sure.
Yeah, they'll be my age one day.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Nobody will catch you though, John.
Huh?
Nobody will catch you that you think they're going to. They won't.
They
You'll
won't.
keep going.
Nope.
You'll keep going too.
Yeah.
So no desire to live independently.
Well, after my parents were gone, they had some friends. My parents had some friends to take care of me.
So if something were to happen to your parents, you'd go live with some of their friends?
Yeah.
Do you have any desire to live with some other guys in a place?
I can't live with my brother because my brother be doing drugs and all that.
He was?
My brother won't act right.
So he wasn't acting right, so you can't go live with him. That's sad. I'm sorry. We'll keep him in our prayers.
Tom.
Yeah.
Everyone in here has, like, you've asked them if they ever want to live by the stuff, and they're all iffy about it. All I want to say is that Brad Bramlin is not scared of anything at all.
That's true.
He will do anything.
I was scared that night of the storm. And,
Well, we were all there.
So Brad, talk to us
Really?
about
I
that.
didn't know that.
yep,
You're a very independent young man, right? You drive.
yep.
You live in your own place now. You went to college. A lot of these guys did, but do you agree with what Carson says? Are you afraid of much?
It has been true, but
Tell me why. Where you get your strength? Can you share with us where you might get your strength from? What gives you peace about stuff?
I mean, like being brave, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just not a lot of things to be afraid of.
Tell us why.
You know, I'm always being like so mindful and observant.
Okay, so you stay in control,
Yes.
and you know the area around you. Is that what you're asking
Yep.
or saying? Give us another one. Tell me what else causes you to be able to be brave.
Of course, every time I go walk around the neighborhood, and I'm always like keeping track of which car's way far up ahead and behind me, as far away as possible. So, just to make it safe for them, so I'm not so close to the road.
So you're always aware of your surroundings. Again,
Yes.
sort of
Yeah.
staying in
Yeah.
control.
Yes, that's one example.
Tell me about driving. I know a lot of these guys would love to drive. I think,
Ri-
didn't
Riley
did
drives.
Ray take you driving one day in the cemetery? Ray Barnett? Or was that Alexander?
I don't
think it was
know.
Alexander.
You're
Yeah.
getting
That's long.
back
Sorry,
confused.
tell us about
Do I look like a
driving.
loophole to you?
No, you don't look like a loophole. Tell us about driving and,
Hey, information
and how you got
loopholes.
over the fear of driving, because this town's crazy right now
It
is.
to be a driver in. It's crazy.
Especially in Green Hills.
It's awful. So tell us about that. How do you handle that, man?
Living in the nice area.
All right.
What advice might you give us?
I always try to. I'm always much more focused on the road. Try not to. Try not to draw any attention away when I have a guest in my car, like Carson or Matt.
Right?
But even though we just don't talk much.
Sure. So you stay concentrating on the road again, in
Yes.
control.
Yes, and sometimes sometimes when I'm at a stopping point on the road, when some cars are like making turns like past me, they look awfully close to when they're making their turns.
Yeah.
So do you plan ahead when you get in your car to go somewhere? Do you know where you're going and how you're going to get there?
Yes.
Brad
And
is
sometimes-
like a human Tesla or some sort
human
because
Tesla, huh?
because his driving is so like he's very cautious.
He's a good
very
driver.
like
He's a good driver.
yeah, very good
But
driver.
Brad, that's not just how you drive. That's how you live your life. Isn't it?
Well, he's like that's what I like about
Well,
him.
not everybody can drive. I don't think he can drive.
Leo drives.
Leo,
He can't.
Carson just told me Leo drives.
What's the scariest part of you driving, Leo? And what gives you the courage? Let me ask you, what gives you the courage to drive?
I've been driving since the age of 15,
Wow. And you're old, how old now?
27.
So you've been driving for 12 years.
Well, nearly 12 years.
11 years, okay. And what gives you the confidence to get out on the crazy roads of Nashville?
I grew up with racing games.
So computer games helped you be a better driver.
Yeah, not so much computer games as much video games.
Like sitting in the seat and actually doing the racing and stuff? Indy cars and all that?
Yeah.
Huh? So, Nate, do you drive?
I've ridden with Nate.
Tell us what's the fear of that that you could share with them? How can they overcome a fear? Those guys that don't drive. What is it you think that?
Might not be the best person for that. I've never seen it as scary.
You never saw this here?
I haven't seen an American city that looks scarier than the Taiwan city for one thing.
I don't
So
blame
did
you.
you drive in Taiwan?
No, I wasn't allowed
But
to.
you were
Their
there-
driving age is 18,
Oh wow!
and
Huh.
But they have no
Taiwan,
laws,
they
really.
pack their
You just go,
cars.
right?
but they don't have to drive. But not everyone
They're
has
all
to drive.
close
Their
together
public
and
transportation
clustered.
is grand. Like I was walking around by myself in middle school. Not just walking around like the immediate area, but going to the other side of town because the buses and taxis work.
Wow. So there's an indictment on our city right now is that we have really horrible public transportation.
Well,
Bird.
it's supply and demand. You don't have the demand, so you don't have the supply.
Okay. But I would say
I've drove a golf cart.
you've driven
You
golf
have?
cart?
Back at times when my stepdad used to play golf.
You go out and play with Jim sometimes?
No, I
Just
did, but
drive?
yes.
Yeah.
He let me drive a golf. They let me drive a golf cart.
You didn't run it in the lake or anything, did
No.
you?
That's actually
Like a caddy
that you
shot.
it's interesting you bring that up. That's actually how I learned to drive was on a golf cart.
Interesting. Okay. So what if there was a place where you could
I
be and
wish-
you could get around on a golf cart? It might be a little safer than being out on the streets of public, right? Out in the
Yes.
public
Well,
city.
you can't drive golf carts out on the street.
I've gone
I'm
with
waiting
a
for jetpacks
I've gone with a friend of mine,
so I can go.
and a couple of our friends and my friend's grandfather once on their golf cart. We drove on the main road and we went to Wendy's. I just thought that was so funny.
Just go through the drive-thru and win?
No, we parked, but I think
Parked it,
I think
That's
we
what I
should have
call
gone through the
living right
drive-thru.
there.
That's hilarious. Go on
That's
your own
living.
golf cart to pick up a number two.
I was actually going to say golf carts are they have to have certain things for them to be street legal in
Right.
North Carolina.
Yeah, same here.
I've driven we have a 2001 Snapper Gator with a Kawasaki engine in it,
That's fun.
and it's still sitting in that garage. It hasn't been run.
I want to go back to
Wow.
public transportation.
But
Go.
driving a car is like learning to drive anything. If you're terrified to make a mistake, you'll never learn.
Wow, that's really wise. Say that again. Say that another way. Say that's awesome. So if you never try, if you're afraid of making a mistake, you'll never try. Is that right?
You'll never learn. It's
Never
not even
learn.
that you'll never try. Even if you do try, you'll still never learn.
That's interesting. So being afraid of making a mistake, you'll never learn. That's really wise, man. That's whether driving or doing anything in life, and going to school, saying hello to somebody.
I count myself fortunate I've never been in an accident, not because I feel like,
Oh, you just
Okay.
jinx
Not
yourself. Knock on wood right here.
not because I feel like I'm a careless driver, but there's thousands of careless drivers out there. Like,
That's right. It's the other
just-
guy
But
being aware.
a tree could fall on your house. Like, there's no point in being afraid of those things.
That's right. That's a good point.
Well, to counter your argument, you're right. There shouldn't be anything afraid, but see, we can't predict when those things happen. You can't predict how life is going to throw you around.
I think that's what Nate's saying. And so,
But I know someone who got hit by a car in their bedroom because it went through the wall. Like, you don't know when you're going to get hit by a car either. by
Yeah,
the
you
time
don't know when you're going to
Like-
drop dead. I mean,
God
my
has
point
a
is,
day and a
my
time.
point is, I'm not saying don't take precautions, but you can't be afraid of everything just because there's something to be afraid of. Something
no,
could go wrong.
I'm not afraid of that. It's just the
I like-
reality of life.
I know some people. I know some people drive and they talk on the phone.
is that a smart idea, John?
Now they have
No.
cars where
No.
my dad will put it over the speaker.
Bluetooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hands-free
I was gonna
Tennessee
say
now.
that fits in really well because as of July 1st, there's the hands-free Tennessee
Hands-free
law.
Tennessee, we can't talk without except on Bluetooth right now. Look, I want to go back to the public transportation thing. If there was a public transportation like Nate's talking about that they had over in Thailand, in
Taiwan.
Nashville, would you use it?
Yeah.
There
Well,
was.
Would
There-
you use it if there were rails and subways? And,
Oh yeah.
I thought there was talk for a while
Well,
that
there is.
the Nashville's going to get one, but where are they going to put it?
Well, they're gonna have to build it, and it's gonna probably not in our lifetime will it ever be really efficient because it'll be the next generation. But we've got to start somewhere. My take is that a lot of you guys, especially when you were coming to us from Hendersonville, and like you said, with access rides and with planes, trains, and automobiles to get here, it was unbelievable sometimes what you had to go through. But what you did go through to get to work, Matt, it meant a lot to us that you took the time to ride on an access ride, sometimes 45 minutes and an hour and 15 minutes in traffic, sometimes longer, to get here to go to work. So I think transportation is a big issue for independents. Would you agree with that or not?
Yes, I would agree with that. But here's the thing, Tom. I feel like in the next 20 years, it's in development. Basically, they're developing aircraft that have VTOL characteristics. They are ducted fan sort of craft that can carry somebody.
Dude, I saw one the other day. Basically, a single man drone.
Yeah,
It was cool.
Sign
A
me.
flying-
See that? They've got and
human
it's a hover,
drone?
It's a hover deal, and it was the most Jetsons thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's coming, Tom.
It is
It's
coming.
coming.
Even if it does,
I'm
come in
waiting
20
for the
years,
flying cars.
It won't be available to the average person because of cost.
Well, that's true. It may take a while.
Flying cars.
Guys, any other independent
But-
stuff?
but
I want-
still,
we
they're
got-
here.
We got to wrap it up, but this independence thing is really interests me because you guys are striving very hard to be more independent. Leo, would you agree with that?
Yes.
At some point, I will say I'll drive at some point.
Cool. Well, I want to close out today by telling you how proud I am of all of you guys, all 6 of y'all, because you show me every day that you're striving to be independent. It's hard to grow up in America, period. And seven, right?
Yeah.
I said 6, didn't I?
Yeah. I was
Riley,
I was
pass
just
it.
like, the
wondering
math
who
doesn't
one person
add
you were
up.
proud of.
I'm proud of 6 of the 7 of you. Nate's wondering who it is. I love it.
No, some people, if they don't have disabilities, some people still live with their families this very day.
That's right.
Um,
Money is a big deal, man. Money,
Yeah.
it costs a lot to live, especially in Nashville, Tennessee right now. It costs, I don't know, something crazy. You have to make $80,000-$90,000 to have a residence or something nuts right now. And that's just crazy to have a combined household income of that and be able to live and eat 3 square meals and do the whole 9 yards. So, learning your independence and learning your skills and learning to get out and get a job and doing these things that you guys are all doing every day is absolutely very commendable. Could not be more
It's
proud.
almost like coming here to war.
Yeah.
Think you're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna have something for you to do, but sometimes sometimes some places are like that. Yeah, they don't have no work or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Some don't, some do, and we're glad that we have some stuff here for y'all to do.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to say anything about being independent? Rob,
One last thing, because I know you got we
got to wrap it up here.
got to wrap it up. It's interesting that independent living was the topic today, because a couple weeks ago, my brother actually closed on on his own house in Wilmington.
Did he really?
Really,
That's exciting. First time home?
first time,
That's awesome.
and
Scary.
it's closer to his campus than the duplex is to Lipscomb.
No way. So he lives really close to school.
Yeah, I mean, he can literally walk like 2 minutes and be on
That's awesome.
UNCW's campus.
I don't care who you are, man. Being an independent living, being in an independent life, knowing that your feet have to be under you, and it really, it's you and God kind of making it through the earth. That's hard deal to do. One of the ways to really make it better is to come together like you guys do to take care
Said
of each
20
other.
years they'd be having flying cars and all.
Do you think so, John?
Well, they thought that,
20
like,
years ago.
yes.
They did. You're
I
exactly
I
right.
might fly to work in a jetpack.
I was
That
about
would be
to say
fun.
You can't take us out because you can't say the word.
Big ass taco.
That's the one.
Thanks again for Friday, guys. This was fun. Peter, thank you.
Anytime.
Leo, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
You get home, get some sleep.
All right.
When it's dark, don't go to sleep until it's dark.
All right.
Everybody's gonna say a prayer about your sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Peter?
Okay.
All right.